Hey guys, Sturge here, and we're back on Channel 11 to do some more of the ranked attacks for this first week. We are in Archer League 7, and I do have 7 attacks still left to go. And the armor I'm going to be using for today is the Icy Witch Attack Strategy. It's a really fun one to use, and we do have 3 epic equipment, but I will have a link to some common equipment for this army if you don't have those available. Let's get to our first attack and see how many trophies we can get for today. And on to the first attack, and it has a bunch of level 1 defenses, so we are going to have to take this out fairly quickly. We'll start off by heading when looking for the Eagle Artillery, which is what you should be looking for mainly for this attack strategy, and then we'll attack from that side. So head up towards one corner, drop 2 Ice Golems, 2 Witches, and 2 Wizards, and drop 1 Wall Breaker to open the compartment. Do the same thing at the other corner, and we'll wait for these 2 groups of troops to path and make a funnel basically for the main group in the middle of both here to path in directly in towards the Eagle and the Town Hall for that second star. So after waiting for about 10 seconds, we can start the rest of the push. We can drop the rest of the Ice Golems, the heroes, and the rest of the Witches to head in. You could probably wait for the log launcher to break through the first wall before dropping any of your heroes, but because now we have everything working around the outside for this base, it is a little bit weird. But we'll drop our king ability. Actually, the king is walking around the outside. We'll drop the ability eventually, but we have to take down this balloon from the clan castle. We have the root rider inside of here, so it will tank a little bit, but we also have some of these single infernos to worry about as well. But with everything being level 1, the mess up with the heroes going around the outside shouldn't be too much of an issue. We'll freeze that there. It will actually drop the bat spells and the rage to take down the remaining defenses on this one, and not even needing the hero abilities really for this first attack because of how low the defenses were. So not really a good example of how to use this army against these this level 1 base basically, as we end off this one here in a minute and a half to get the first attack done for today. Let's see if this base is any better, and it kinda is. It looks to be almost maxed, I think. We do have the clan castle on the opposite side, but we do have the eagle towards the bottom here, and this compartment is kind of perfect for our Ice Golems, Witches, Wizards, and the Wall Breaker to open up and do the same thing on the other side. And there we go. Now we just wait for these guys to work through for about 10 seconds, and then we can drop the rest of the Ice Golem. So we'll drop those now with the log launcher and the warden and the witches, and then you basically want to wait for the log launcher to open the wall before dropping the other 2 heroes so they don't walk around like the last attack. And we see we have the Ice Golems dying, making everything frozen, so we can have the main group of troops push in. You can actually use the Queen's ability here because of the action figure and the frozen arrow. You won't actually need to use the ability anywhere else. We'll drop the poison for the clan castle and get ready with our king ability now, actually, as he is in the middle of the base. We do have 2 single infernos towards the top. We'll get ready with our warden ability here as we move in towards the left side. We'll use that there, and we'll drop the bat spells towards the top of the base here as the Ice Golem will die to the prince, making everything around it frozen for a short amount of time here. And we'll make that frozen one more time, as we don't have any more wizard towers. Which you would want to use the free spells on would be the wizard towers around the base, but for this one we have taken them all down, so we can just drop the remaining freezes on the remaining defenses and the prince over here, so we can keep up the last couple of troops, so we can get the last couple of buildings down for the 3-star for this second attack of the day. I keep saying this in the other 2 videos, but I want to get some harder opponents for these attacks in the next coming weeks. We'll head on to the next attack. And we got another base here. We gotta stop checking the clan castle. This one has a bunch of buildings on the outside on both sides. And we're going to you want to always attack from the corners with your Ice Golem funnel troops and stuff. So we'll drop this. We don't have a way, actually we could drop the wall breaker here after a couple of seconds to head for the expo here, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side, dropping that there, and let this work for a little bit longer because of how many buildings are towards the bottom here. We'll take down the right side and the bottom fairly easily, so we'll drop the Ice Golems now with the Log Launcher, the Warden, and the remaining Witches. And once we break into the wall, we'll drop our King and the Queen and immediately use the ability for the Queen here to bring out the action figure. We do have the Eagle, which is in its own compartment towards the top, and we do have everything working around the outside. I should have probably waited a little bit longer. We do have a super minion working through towards the top, which you do want to take out, so we'll drop a poison onto that. The Root Rider comes out of the Clan Castle, so we'll freeze the super minion and the Queen, and the Dragon is now attacking the Root Rider, which is fine. We'll drop the King ability to work up towards the top of the base as we get that first star, raging through the Minion Prince towards the back end, and we'll freeze even though the Ice Golem did die here. We have a Wizard Tower here, which you will drop the Bat Spells on, which you do want to drop the Bat Spells onto to take those down. We'll drop the Warren ability towards the left side, and we'll get another easy 3-star on these Town Hall 11s. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the attack, which is basically how long these attacks have taken so far, as we clean up the rest of these buildings for the third attack of the day, and then we'll show a couple more before ending off the day to see how many trophies we have gotten so far throughout the past couple of days in this week's ranked mode. On to the next attack, we got another kind of popular base design here. We're heading towards the bottom because even though the Eagle's in the middle, it is towards the bottom of the compartment there. So we're going to head towards the right side here to start off with our Witches, Wizards, and Ice Golems, and do the same thing towards the bottom, but we're going to wait a little bit. Actually, no, we're fine. We'll just drop this. We have a poison that we can drop for that Clan Castle, which is always a Electro Dragon and a Balloon. So we'll poison that, and we'll get ready with our Ice Golems, the Log Launcher, and the Warden over here. And hopefully we do take it down. We'll drop one more Witch over here to hopefully take down this Electro Dragon, and then we'll drop our rest of our heroes and use the Queen's ability. And that Ice Golem did freeze the Electro Dragon, so we can take that down. We are working through over into the Town Hall. The Log Launcher takes down the Warden, which is kind of funny. We'll drop the Rage through the center of the base here and get ready with our Warren ability. So we can take down the Eagle, the Inferno over here towards the left side, which looks like we have to freeze because it is targeted onto our King. And we'll drop the Bat Spells over here and freeze them immediately so we can take this down and move through the rest of the defenses with the Bats here. We have one more Wizard Tower towards the top, but the Bats will head towards the bottom. And we'll wait for the Bats to get one building before, but there is nothing around it, so we'll drop it right on as they make it to it, so we can get the last couple of buildings down for another easy 3-star. I was taking a defense before this attack, so I will show how well I did on that one. If I did get 3-star or not, we will see once we end off the next attack for the final attack of the day. And here we go, the final base, and it isn't really a base design actually, it's just some heart base for some like a show base. We will drop a Witch towards the top to take down these buildings because we are going to get the 3-star on this one. We'll drop the Witches, or our squad, so funneling troops towards the bottom here. We have the Wall Break, which isn't needed at all, and we'll head towards the other side, do the same thing here. Drop 3 Witches there, it's fine. We'll drop the rest of our troops towards the right here, and we do have the Clan Castle on the opposite side. I didn't actually drop the Witches, they will go. We'll drop the Rage eventually here, we'll drop this, and we'll save the poison for the enemy Clan Castle here. Where we're gonna drop the Warden ability. We'll drop it right now through the back end of the base. We do have a bunch of archer towers towards the left side. We've dropped the King ability, and here comes the enemy Clan Castle, so we'll poison that every single time it is an Electro Dragon. So you will drop we'll drop a freeze on that because it is just the King over there. So we'll take down the Balloon, and it will just be the Electric Dragon, which will get taken down by the Queen there. Dropping our Bat Spells towards the top Inferno Tower here. And we also didn't drop our Queen's ability, bringing out the action figure, which will take that down. The rest of the defenses on the base, and we'll clean up the rest of the base for the easy 3-star. Hopefully we do get some more tougher bases, some actual base designs, and not level 1 defenses for the next couple of weeks. This is just kind of like the first week, so it is just kind of getting a hang of the new system and seeing where everyone will get placed for the next couple of weeks. As we get that 3-star there, not even use our clan castle for the plus 40 trophies as we head back to the base to see where we get placed so far. And it is ranked 2nd in our little league here, and we got 22 trophies from that defense. I did take a couple of attacks ago, not too bad. I got a plus 40 for someone getting a 48% on me, which is pretty good. So we are ranked 2nd. We still have 3 more defenses to go as well, and getting 426 trophies so far for this week. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you did and would like to see some more ranked content for Town Hall 11, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.